Hey everyone, we're getting a lot of questions about our new Patreon page. I'm really happy that so many people are asking about it and interested in what we're doing. I hope in this video I can answer most of the questions that have been asked. I think the best way to start this explanation is with a little bit about why I came to Japan. Then you guys can all understand better how this project fits and how this project will support us. So why did I come to Japan over 20 years ago? It was always my dream to be a pioneer and to create a Latin American cultural center here in Japan, especially in Tokyo. But in my mind, I only had an image of how the American NPO system worked back home. I learned it's very difficult and very different in Japan. So all I could do is over time learn by doing. So where am I 20 years later? Today we have Capoeira Zoador Academy and Samba de Sereia. These two spaces work together to share the beauty of not only Latin American culture, but also from the international cultural community here in Japan, and which is a stepping stone to Asia. People always ask me what was the hardest thing of doing what I do while I've been in Japan. Believe it or not, sharing my vision. Many times people only understood the importance of what I did or understood what I was doing after it was done. To get people on the same page has always been the biggest challenge. But my goal has never changed, and today Capoeira Zoador Academy and Samba de Sereia are the dream I came to Japan to achieve. So where are we today? I feel blessed to have so many wonderful people in my life. I also feel the pandemic has given me a good chance to self-reflect, and more than anything, be ready for when the world can start moving again. I had a good conversation with a friend in the States. He's also facing a lot of the hardships that are part of this pandemic. After talking to him, I had a few ideas, and hopefully I can share those with you guys and you guys can understand better. He told me he received government support as an artist for his projects and that really helped on a yearly basis, but also he got it during the pandemic, so which is actually a benefit that everyone is having a hard time with right now. Unfortunately, Japan doesn't have any of this type of support. So I thought to myself, how can I, as a cultural entrepreneur, create this stable support for our cultural center and community? And that's when it hit me. The key word is community. This is why we are now on Patreon. So how does Patreon work and how is it different from an NPO? In the States, to get grant money, you need to form an NPO, research and request grants. Pray you get it and do your best to build trust as an NPO so that every year the support from the grant givers comes. Great, but that has absolutely no bearing to me here in Japan. That's why we're on Patreon, and that's where Patreon comes in. Patreon is a direct-to-artist community crowdfunding platform. People go to Patreon page and select what they call a tier for a subscription support. Every month, Patreon charges your credit card the amount that you agree to. Patreon takes a small service fee, and the rest is given directly to the artist or group doing the projects. Yes, directly to us. So your support isn't going here and there, it's going directly to us. So what is our goal and what does it support? If you've ever ran a business or you know how things work, you know nothing's free. So our goal is to have $2,000 US a month in support for our cultural center projects. If we pass this, we will only be too happy to add more artistic and community projects to our schedule. A lot of the projects we've done in the past and continue to do, and I will continue to do regardless of how much we raise, are things such as preschool shows, daycare center shows, elementary school shows, community events. We already have requests for educational and volunteer shows as soon as the vaccines come out. The extra support also helps us keep Samba de Sereia at an affordable price for artist event production. This is especially important with all the artists that have been hit hard and suffering hard times due to the COVID pandemic. Our goals are always the same, to support our community. I invite you and everyone to check out our Patreon. Our goal is to reach our $2,000 a month goal by Christmas. Guys, we have met so many people who said they love us and support us. If half of those people come out and say just $5 a month, I think we can hit our goal by Christmas. Because I've easily had more than 1,000 people come through these doors in the last 20 years. So if you ever visited us before, if you've ever planned to visit us, if you ever took Capoeira classes with us or participated in one of our projects, take a look below and give from the heart. We're constantly doing artistic projects, and those will always be shared with our Patreon and our community supporters. So if you would like to support our international cultural community of artists and community events, then visit our Patreon site and become a supporter. I especially, again, welcome all the people who have done Capoeira with us or have visited us here in Tokyo over the last 20 years. If you just want to show your love, then you can support us with as little as $5 a month. If you want access to artistic Capoeira resources we are adding all the time, then feel free to support at $10 a month. Or become a super supporter and help us reach our goal even faster and get access to everything, including behind the scenes, chats, and everything we do. For all our supporters, no matter what tier you choose, we'll be sending you out something nice before Christmas. We have a very special Christmas gifts that I've been working on, and they're coming soon, and I will be sending them out. All the Patreon links are below in the description. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for your love and support. From all of us here at Capoeira Zoador Academy and Samba de Sereia, thank you. Mestre Sucuri, a lot of love, peace, and ashe.